Well, welcome everybody. Hopefully everyone is having it's a little early for some of us, maybe a little late here on a Saturday. We haven't done a Saturday event in such a long time. I'm so excited that we're back here again. Doing a nice little Saturday event. I'm glad you guys came to show up. Once again, I'm here. My name is Fausto Pugliese, President Founder of Cybertrade University. I'm going to here to teach you and educate all of you how to trade today's volatile markets. I mean, we had some big ups and downs lately these past couple of years. I know we had some people here that are students of ours that are here midweek. Some of you can't because you work. Maybe you want to learn how to implement some swing trades, some options trades. Well, here we're going to talk a little bit about it. But before we do that, always like to kind of get to know a little bit about everyone here. And hold on a second. I just had a couple of things here I wanted to do. And where are we? Yep. All right. Good. 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 All right. So basically, before we get started, just quick little disclosure. Whatever I'm going to be teaching here specifically varies student to student. So I'm not making any guarantees or promises that works for anyone. All I can say, very important, is please be very wise and smart before you go out there and trade. And obviously get very educated, because you can lose a lot of money in trading. Now, what we're going to talk about a little bit about is I want to tell you a little about trading. Okay. I want to tell you why people fail. Everyone always talks about, how much money they make, and they want to put feathers in their cap, and they want to brag, and they want to flash money in your face and drive fancy cars. Listen, that doesn't make you money. Maybe it worked for him. I don't know what their goal is, what they're trying to say. I don't know if they're being show offs or whatever. I personally stay away from people like that. I always find out that the person that I always learn the most are the ones that don't say anything. Okay. I don't like the flashy type, but you know what I do like? I like the people that give back to the community. And I've done public speakings around the world. I'm also featured at NASDAQ talking about something specifically that we're going to cover, which is called level 3 trading. And a lot of you probably are going to be so honestly shocked and are going to be so disturbed that what you're about to see, that you've been trading blind, for almost ever, if you don't know what's happening. And I'm not going to change your style. What I'm going to teach, what you do today, is I'm going to teach you how to read the future. And the future is, where are the high frequency trades, the algorithms, the Goldman Sachses, the institutions, all those things that you hear about that exist, that if you just, because we're just the ants on the floor, if we just knew where they are, that would make us better and smarter in our trading decisions. Now, my question to ask everybody is this: how long have you guys been trading for? And actually, the question I'm asking there is, when did you started taking trading very seriously again? I know some of you have been trading for 20, 30 years. I don't care about 20, 30 years. I care about, when did you start taking it seriously? So just give me a chat back and let me know in the room. It's been a couple of months, a couple of years, just started. Scott, you do it for 3 years. Okay. Marshall, 1 year. Okay, good, good. All right, Ted, 4 years. Obi, 2 years. Never. Okay, good, good. Well, listen, it's never too late to start. Stock market is not going out of business, Whitney. Okay, a little bit over a year, a few months. All right. Now, my next question I want to ask everyone is this: is that if you're a student of Cybertrade University, just give me a yes. If you're not, just give me a no. Just want to get to an idea if I know there's any students in here. There's a lot of people in here. And I just want to get an idea. Yes, a lot of no's. Ovi, you're not. Matt, you're not. Okay. Because this helps me to kind of know exactly how advanced I want to get into it. Good. So we got a lot of new people here. Good. Perfect. All right. My next question that I asked earlier, I'm going to ask it again. Have you guys been trained by a professional? And what I mean by a professional, I mean you actually took a paid class. You got a coach. You're part of a trading room. I'm not talking about watching some videos on YouTube or, reading a book. I mean, an actual physical person, that works with you. Good, good, good. Not really? Okay. Haven't found the right person, let Mike. Not really? Okay. Margaret, CTU. Well, welcome. Nice to see you again, Margaret. All right, good. Because listen, it's what you have to understand. What you're about to learn is that if you want to be a very good trader, you're going to have to learn a little bit from other people, not just me. You might have to listen to other people, because listen, some people are not your style. I know a lot of people like to jump into options because they hear it's got a great story, the leverage. But meanwhile, when you're about to learn, it's like 10 times harder, Maybe some people don't like their approach, or maybe they just, whatever it may be. But I'm just going to let you know, you want to listen to a few people. And I'm not talking just to me. I'm not going to say I'm the best. Okay. But there are other people out there. Maybe, you need to kind of build that relationship. We all went to school, right? We all could say, yeah, I took English from kindergarten to 12th grade. But you know what? There was this teacher in 8th grade that I had, and he taught me everything. And that's what I'm talking about. So you might listen to someone teach the same thing, but you might listen to a few of them. So I just want to kind of reiterate that again. Now, the reason why I'm here is this. I'm looking for traders that can be part of my team. Okay. So you can see the people that are here, part of Cyber Trading University. Everyone here probably looks very similar to what you look like. Yeah, there are engineers, there are professors, there are first responders, border control people, grandmas and grandpas, retirees, whatever it may be. But there are people, truck drivers. Everybody here is just like you. So don't feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough, or maybe I'm not good enough. Listen, these people out here started at the bottom. And what I'm looking to do today is I want to see if I can educate all of you to kind of see is like, hey, this is something that I could do. This is something that I like. This kind of makes sense. I want to do it too. But I need to prove to you what we do first so you could see if you actually qualify. Now, I have two families. This is my lovely family, my wife, Debbie, my three sons, Alex, Max, and Lucas. Been married for over 25 years. And I could just tell you, I think one of the greatest things about being a trader is that I had the opportunity to kind of have the freedom to come and go whenever I please. And I know how stressful work could be for a lot of us. Maybe a lot of us had very bad relationships because we're workaholics, whatever it is. But you'll see that trading is really great. It's not a full-time job. It pays very good, but you got to know how to play the game. And I have two families. I got my family I'm with during the market hours, and I got my second family, which I have right here. Now, a couple of things I just want you to know a little bit about my style and what I enjoy doing is that I have a home living channel. It's called Fausto Home Living. I love cooking. I love gardening. I love taking care of chickens. I'm not the fancy person that drives fancy cars and racing and stuff like that. But I'm just like everybody else here. I mean, I trade. And when I trade, my therapy is actually going out there and doing stuff that I love. So if anyone has the opportunity and want to follow me on that, you're more than welcome to. So with that, now you know a little bit about me. Let me tell you a little bit about the market. Now, the thing about what we do here and the reason why we're here is that we love trading. And, you might have some hobbies and you want to have hobbies because trading is not a full-time job. And always keep in mind, the market's not going out of business. So don't really worry about that. All right. And when it comes to trading, if some of you have been seeing, you're probably waking up and like, oh my God, what did I miss this week? Oh my God, what did I miss this week? Oh, thank God I didn't miss anything this week. Listen, the markets are breaking highs, okay? And we could sit here and have that debate and talk about, well, it's because of this, it's because of, Biden's did that, or, companies are overcharging, whatever it may be, it's irrelevant. You know why we're here? To stop losing money and how to make a career of this, because every one of you need to learn how to trade, no matter if you're trading your IRA, if you're trading, looking to do this as a career. Every one of you need to understand how the market's working because it will affect your job. It will affect the way of life. It will affect politics. It will affect everything. And how do I know that? Because I've been doing this for 30 years and I love teaching people how to do it, but you got to understand the game. Now, the big question here is, what I get from my students is this. All right. When and where will the market fall off? That is what everybody, because it keeps going up. It just keeps going up. And the thing is, we'll look at, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is there are stocks moving every day because it's never too late to trade the market. Don't worry about like the fabulous 7 stocks or what's going on there. There are stocks that are moving every day. There are 20,000 stocks out there. Now, what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to show you that you don't have to always sit there and worry about missing the run on one day or miss the market. There's stocks that move every day. Specifically, I want to talk about these 2 stocks that happened on Friday, CGC and BAC. Okay. Now, did anyone see either one of these 2 stocks? Just out of curiosity, anyone see what happened on Friday? I have my execution system here, and let me just bring it up really quick So I'm going to check them out in a little bit. There we go. It's on the side. And then we bring up my PowerPoint. Susie said that was great, right, Susie? That was good, right? Margaret, you did. Okay, Dan, what about you? Dennis, Ira, did you guys see it? Just out of curiosity. Jan, Jose, I see a bunch of people in there. I haven't heard from you. All right, so CGC, I'm just going to bring up the chart here. And you could see here from, this is what just happened in the morning, okay? It went from, actually, let me bring up the execution system because this one looks a little better, okay? So you could see here from 9:30, the stock started around $4.40. By 10:30, the stock was $5.60, okay? By 12 o'clock, it was at $6.40. By the close of the market, we went to a whopping almost $8 a share. Now, you do the math. Let's just do simple math, all right? What is 5? I'm going to use average numbers. What's 5 minus 8? Can anybody answer that question? What's 5 minus 8? If you can't answer that, you better quit trading. 3, right? 3 times 1,000 shares is how much money? 3 times 1,000 shares is $3,000. Do you know if you do that every day, that's almost $1 million at the end of the year? Okay. Now forget about the $3. What about if you only made 50 cents? 50 little stinking cents. They're like, what the hell's 50 cents? Well, 50 cents on 1,000 shares is $500. You do that every day, it's a $100,000 salary. You didn't need to make the $3. Great traders never would have made the 3. If you just made 20% of that move, if you showed up in the middle of the day and bought it at 620 and you sold it at 7, you still did well, okay? So the thing is, this is just one of several stocks that have moved, all right, in the market. Now, here's another stock that moved pretty well, BAC, okay? BAC was a really good early morning runner, all right? This stock ran from, I'm just going to be here on my right. So this stock, look at this, at 10 o'clock this morning, this beauty ran from $1.50 all the way to $4. Percentage-wise, this one moved more, okay? Now, this is what basically how day trading has become very big for you and how it can become a good swing trade. Now, that's what trading is all about. It's saying, okay, well, what did I miss and how could I get onto it? There are things that are moving every day, okay? Now, the cardinal rule is when it comes to trading, is there's a couple of things that we do. I want to talk about the psychology part about it, is that you got to know how to trade the market. Okay. You got to know how to okay, why did it go up? Is it still going to go up, Fausto? Because people always ask. Well, there are different rules that you have to apply when it comes to trading. And the big thing is you can't always, you could swing trade the stock. You could do a short-term swing trade. But when you see a stock like CGC, this happened in the past, actually. The stock started around $4. The next day it went to 5. The next day it went to 7. The next day it went to 8. The next day it went to 18, right? But then it went from 18 and it came back down to 14 and 8 and 5 and 4. Now I'm going to ask a question to all of you. Have any of you ever bought a stock, did really well, and then lost it all? Has it ever happened to anyone? Ever go out there and as soon as you buy it, you look at it, you make this big runner up, and then you give it back? Scott says yes. Jane says yes. You did it in Apple, Stuart. We're going to talk about that too. By the way, I want to post this up. And Rich, could you post this up? I did a real, does any of you people follow me on YouTube? Anybody follow me on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok? Anybody here? Could you post that link for them? Because I did a really good short video on Apple and also on NVIDIA and all those big brand name swing trading stocks. You guys should actually subscribe to those channels. Get my alerts because I think if you go back and watch some of those quick shorts on them, I think you're going to learn a lot, okay? And they're great. They're really nice and short. But exactly what happened to some of you about those mistakes is some of those things I kind of deal and educate everyone how to prevent them. Now, last week's flavor is not this week's flavor, okay? And what I mean by that is, listen, Don't worry about the past because sometimes it won't continue into the future. So in order to be successful in the market, every trader needs to have consistent tools. Now, what I want to tell you right now is what you need and what you don't need. Okay. A lot of you have an execution system and you might, oh, there's the link right there. Thank you very much, Rich, for sharing that. Everyone, if you click on that link really quick, I'm going to click on it myself and just show you what it is here.
Is Apple a buy? Let's go find out.
Here's a quick little.
Apple's up $1.30 today.
Here it is.
And we're seeing a nice little push in the market, hovering right around this 170. You can see here in the intraday that we're right now hovering right around this 170.24, and we've been hovering right around these lows, right around 69. Has not moved all day long. As we saw here over the course of the past couple of months, we were hovering right here around the 170. But what looks great right here is we've been holding really strong right at this big support level. Let's go check level 4. What we've been focusing on is big red line. We have a big buy at 165, a little bit at 170. So it's been holding here for a long time since the market opened, where program trading kicked in. So if you're looking for a swing trade, this looks like a pretty good support level. As long as it doesn't break this, maybe we can go back to this 900,000 share sold back at 200, where we saw it back here. And that is how we swing trade to find out where we should buy it and where we should sell it, having that game plan.
So hopefully everybody can watch that. As a quick little video. You know what? I thought that was pretty cool for 60 seconds. I never did that before, but it was a good swing trade. I think some of you guys should subscribe to that because that's how you actually learn how to trade when it comes to, when you want to, like one of you just said, you got pretty beat up on that Apple trade. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. But to be successful in today's markets, you got to have the right tools. Okay. And it's not just having a good mentor like me. I want to tell you the tools that we use. And then basically my goal today, just to let you know, is that everything I talk about, okay, I'm going to invite every one of you to come watch me live in the market, how to do this, no matter it's the afternoons, the mornings, if you want to look at the recording, whatever it is. So let me talk about my tools. All right. Now, I have 3 tools that I use. I use a scanner, I use a chart, and I use level 3. Okay, that's basically the only 3 windows. And I know for a damn fact that some of you out there probably have 10 times more windows than I do. This is all I use. This is all I use. I'm going to go through them in detail with you, okay? These are my tools, my tool set. Now, I want to start off with the scanner. Now, getting back to that stock that we just mentioned, okay, CGC. Now, if you look right here, here's my execution system. CGC right here is the 5th. Let me just draw a crayon so you guys can see this, all right? Right here, it's the 5th biggest percentage gainer of the NASDAQ exchange, okay? That is how much volume this stock is trading. Also, you could see right here, it's the 7th biggest, most volume leader in the entire market. So listen, you have Tesla, you got Apple, you got NVIDIA, AMD. What the hell is a CGC? Well, if you look right here, just kind of give you a little taste of it. Move this down here. CGC, if you look right here, not only was it a good day trade, but look what happened as the course of what happened over the course of the day. It went from $3 on the 15th, the 16th, it ran all the way to about $4. Then it hovered around the $4 price. Then it ran to $4.50. Then it ran to almost $5 the next day, and we're already on the 21st. And then it finished up at the end of the week. It went to a high of $8 a share. Why is that and how it is? That's what you have to understand. And my question to everybody here is this. What made that stock run up? Why did that stock go up that much? Does anyone know? Does anybody here know why did that stock go up so much? Exactly, Ovi, Margaret. If you can't answer this question, once again, you need help. You need help. This is the easiest question I'm going to ask all of you and ask you all. Buyers. Buyers, buyers, buyers. Jason, Joe, Jose, Leo, Mark, could you just say buyers, please? I just want to make sure that I'm just talking to myself. Remember, you want to be a good trader, you got to be engaged in the conversation. You can't sit there, I don't know, anybody here married? Could you imagine being married and your spouse doesn't talk to you? I don't think you really married that person, right? What's the conversation? It's like, you ever go on a date and like have a conversation with someone like, I don't have anything in common because the person doesn't talk? Or how about going on for a job interview? You're hiring someone. Oh, thanks for coming in. What's your name? Mike. Okay, what do you tell me a little bit about yourself? You know what I'm saying? Trading, part of the job is you got to talk, okay? Because if you don't talk, you can't fix the problem. Now, scanning is about following the money. And that's what we look at when we trade. Okay. We want to find things that are moving. Like look at this list right here, up 400%, 180%. This is over the course of the day. Now, these stocks will continue to move, over the course of the day. So listen, it's never too late to jump into certain stocks. You know when it's too late? When I start showing you where what we call big iceberg orders out there. But not only do we go long, but we also go short. Yes, you can make a lot of money going shorting. It's not risky. People don't get, you think shorting is risky? Let me tell you something. Trade options, hell of a lot more risky than shorting a stock. Okay. By the way, that's kind of the term of what an option is. It's just doing the opposite of going long. All right. But listen, there's a lot of things that are moving. You just got to know how to trade them. Now, finding them is when we train our traders, we'll teach you how to scan the market because there's a lot of stocks that are moving, but you need to know, do they have good volatility? Do they have good buyers and sellers on it? Does it have a good spread? These are little things that you have to, we teach our traders, and we're going to cover that next week when all of you come back and see what we do during the market. The next biggest thing we do in our trading tool is our chart. Now, the problem with a chart is a lot of people get too sold on the damn chart. They start adding these Fibonacci crap and the Bollinger Bands and the candles and the MACDs. There are 1,000 indicators. What makes one indicator better than the other? I tell you what they all have in common. They're laggers. And they were invented by mathematicians. Do you want to learn from a mathematician or do you want to learn from a trader? Now, listen, I do use charts, but some of you are just getting way, way too involved, okay? And you know what? What you're going to end up learning is that you're going to know charts so well that by the time you buy, it's going to be too late. And then by the time the stock starts going down and the indicator tells you, it's going to be too late. And that's because everyone's too focused on the past. We got to focus on the future. So when we look at a chart, and then we have our 1-minute charts, our 5-minute charts. I'm going to show you this next week. The chart is nice to get a game plan of knowing where previous supports and resistance levels are. But what you're about to learn in the next few moments is that to have those same resistance levels in the past, that must have been a seller in the past. That same seller in the past, what we need to find out is that same seller is in the future, because that is where you need to have that game plan. And that's where people make their big mistakes. So it's, and the key is, it's not knowing where to get in. You just got to know where to get out. And you got to have that game plan. I know a lot of people like to use stop order losses and stuff. How do you really know what a stop order loss is? I mean, why did you pick that number? What gave you that number? Okay. You might be right, but you might be behind someone else that's ahead of you looking to sell more shares. And if that happens, you're going to get in trouble. Now, let's talk about the actual tools that help you place executions out there. And then we're going to go into a little detail about it. I'm going to show you the number one tool that you need in your toolbox. My first question I ask all of you is this: does anybody here have level 2 quotes? Okay. So everyone just put that and write that in there. Let me see if everyone have level 2. Rich, we don't have I have somebody in here. We don't have a poll question on it, do we? I know we have one for level 3. We'll bring the level 3 one up. We'll bring that one right after. Yeah, okay, we'll do that with level 3. Okay, so a lot of you have level 2. Okay, good. So let me just tell you the good news and the bad news. The good news, they still have it. The bad news, it's outdated. Okay, and I'll tell you why. The left-hand side, these are your buyers. The right-hand side, those are your sellers. Okay, now you got 3 columns. 1, 2, and 3. The first column tells you a four-letter abbreviation of a brokerage firm or an exchange. The second column tells you what the price that stock is trading at that exchange. If it's the New York Stock Exchange, the Philadelphia, I mean the CBOE, the NASDAQ. And then the third column tells you how many shares are looking to be bought at that price. So, listen, it does give you some pretty cool data. The problem is it moves so fast, and it only shows you the best bid and the best offer. So how does that help you? You know what I mean? Like, how does that really kind of help you knowing what's really going on at that exchange? It doesn't tell you anything other than what the stock is trading at this moment of time. So that's where, where level 3 comes into play. All right. So let's talk about that. Let's do a quick poll question on that one. Who here has level 3 quotes? There we go. Let's post a poll up there. Just give me yes, no, you're not sure. And please be honest. And by the way, if you're a student of mine, please don't answer this question. Okay. We don't want to rig the system, the poll. All right. Oh, this is awesome, man. It's great to see that there's so many of you that are answering this question. That's great. Great you guys are all interacting. All right, I'm going to share the poll with all of you. So now you can see where you are. Okay, now listen to me. Remember I told you this is going to get a little disturbing? This is really going to bother you because I know some of you said you took training before. You're going to be so ticked off that the person did not teach you this. Now, let me just reiterate a little bit about myself, who I am again. Let me remind you who I am. I live here in New York. Okay, I was a market maker. I was one of the original So's bandits. If you're reading the old books, which by the way, I'm going to give you my book when we're done with today's event. I work side by side by some of the biggest traders in the world. Okay, some of them live in my town. All right, you're not going to beat these people. And the way I've learned is I was a 22-year-old ignorant kid back then, thinking like, oh, I know what I got. I can do this on my own. I was using date tech back then. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter what you think. Okay, it matters what they think. And when you see the tools that they use, you're going to see the like, holy crap. First of all, you can't even believe this data is available to you, which it is. Back then, the reason why you couldn't get it, you had to be registered, you had to be licensed to do it. But now you don't have to. But what you're about to see is going to be like, how did I not know this? But let's go into it. Now, what you're looking at is the NASDAQ book viewer. Now, getting back to my hold on one second here.
Is Apple a buy? Let's go find.
Right here, let me just go to my shorts really quick. Hold on one second. Hold on, I want to show you something right here. Okay. Just want to bring something up and just go to and now here are my reels on Instagram. I just want to bring this up. And here's anyone remember, obviously we all remember what happened with COVID, right? So at COVID, one of the biggest stocks that took off was Moderna. Now, this is a video. I'm going to show you a 60-second video of me at the NASDAQ exchange where they ring the bell talking about Moderna. Okay?
It doesn't matter. I'm just here to make money. The main goal about Total View is you have to understand how it works, how to know where the buyers and sellers are. It's all about supply and demand. That's why it's such a great tool. So we're looking at a chart right here, and we're looking at the stock right here. And the first thing people notice is like the stock's going up beautifully. Nice. Look at this stock. Started this morning. It's at 25.80. It's at 28. Is it going higher? Now the goal is, why does the stock keep breaking out? It hits a resistance, it comes back down. It breaks the previous resistance, keeps going up. What is mRNA? I keep bringing up stocks. So people are like, what is this company? It doesn't matter. I'm just here to make money. The main goal about Total.
So anyway, that was a 60-second. That was a 60-second one, and there's a lot of them out there like that. Where talking about. Here's another one, just out of curiosity.
I had some hope. I had some hope that if they do lower them, these small caps took a really big hit with earnings, and everybody looks at Fabulous 7. They did unbelievable. Amazon, Facebook, all of them, video. but small caps took a very, very big hit, variable rates that are really hurting them. They can't get those interest rates, I think they come back, but there's going to be some really good buying opportunities.
Yeah.
Some people some of these other stocks are getting very expensive, and people looking for deals in it. So there's going to be some good opportunities, and some of them actually did make some comeback.
So anyway, let me bring it back over here, and let me show you exactly what we're going to look at and why that is so important and why you need it. So what we're looking at is the actual NASDAQ exchange. You're looking at, every single order of that stock specifically trading. And what you're looking at is every buyer and every seller around the entire world. You cannot get this data, 20, 30, 20 years ago, 30, you had to be registered. Now everyone has access to it. So let me kind of show you what we have. And let me let me get my crayons here. So you're seeing every buyer out there and every seller out there. You're seeing every order at every single price. And whoever wants to buy for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever is up there, and whoever wants to buy their shares for less money is down at the bottom. So the big thing about what you're about to see here, and this is where you might get a little confused, but it's not after it kind of makes a little sense. There's a lot of numbers out there, right? A lot of numbers. So you're like, what do I pay attention to? 95% of what you see right now is garbage. You know what you need to care about is this. The 1,300 orders out there that make up the 46,000 shares. That's what you need to be concerned about. Not the 600 shares, not that 6,000, but the 46,000. So if the stock was to go down, that's the number you need to focus on. And guess what that number means? That is what we call a support level. And we're going to see it on the chart. So let's go out and go see some examples of that, would you say? All right. So here we have Amazon. We got buyers, we got sellers. We can see every buyer out there. We can see every seller out there. The thing is that when you look at this, you're sitting there and you're like, okay, where am I looking? What does this tell me? What tells you, and all you care about is this, the 154,000 share buyer. The rest is all garbage. That's all garbage. What you're looking for is big block orders. Big block orders. A lot of orders and a lot of shares. That's all you're concerned about. And there are ways, I'm going to show you, I can't do it now, but I have a video on it. I'll show you how to filter that out. Because what happens, a lot of people go to this platform and they get a little lost. They're like, okay, I don't know, it's moving so fast. But all you really care about is these orders. Now let me clear this out. I got a question here. Oh, I like this one here. Iceberg orders are not visible for order book. Large orders is shown on NQ book and are visible. Please explain. Well, Mark, an iceberg order just lets you know I came up with that word. Iceberg order really is not like in part of the vocabulary of trading. I came up with that word when I was watching the movie Titanic. And the reason why there's a there's a really big, everybody looks at an iceberg, they always look on top. But what happened is it's what's on the bottom. And and this up here is what the top of the iceberg, this is the bottom of the iceberg. So that's where I probably pretty much get that from. Now, let me change the slide here and show you how we implement this on a chart. So here you're looking at a stock AMD coming down, right? So stock's trending down, it's going down, 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 right? And then all of a sudden, if you click right, notice that the stock stops right at 175. Why did it stop at 175? Why did it stop at 177? Why did it go down to 170? Well, when you look over here, you'll notice that on the buy side, on an exchange, you'll see that there are 400 orders out there that make 44,000 shares. Now, you're like, is that really a lot of money? Well, you know what? You got 3 shares, you got 300, 500, 1,000. You know what? When majority of those, when you look at those orders, you see 44,000, that's a pretty big order. And that's the reason why the stock bounced at that support. Not because some indicator said so, not because of Fausto said so, not because of Kramer said so. It's because of that order out there said so. Let's look at our resistance levels. Here's a stock right here, Tesla. It's trading at 166. From 10 o'clock, it makes it all the way to around 11 o'clock and finally stops right around this number at 175. never want to get past 175. Okay. Well, what prevents a stock from going higher? Sellers. Well, when you look over here, you'll notice that on the sell column and you work your way down that list, you got 1,000 orders out there that make up 160,000 shares. Do you have any idea how much money that is? And looking at it, it's not one person. It's 1,000 orders out there. Now I have the orders aggregated, so if I wanted to, I could see every order out there. But then I would have like this list will probably be almost like 1,000 feet long. But I aggregated all the orders and it brought up the list, and that's what I see. So when I'm sitting there and I'm trading, and the way you should be trading is that if you're looking to take a profit, you got to know where those 163,000 share orders are, because if you don't, you're going to be holding the bag, and then you're going to run the stock down to 172. Now let's go over a couple of other examples to show you even a little better of how it works. Apple, okay? Question to everyone, what's Apple doing? What's Apple doing right now? Looking at the chart from what we're seeing. What is it doing? Yes, exactly. I know it's a dumb question. I want a dumb answer. It's going down, right? Okay, good. Now, when you own a stock, what do? Do you freak out and just sell it? Like, I can't hold on to stock anymore. I got to get out of it. Okay. What do you do? What do you do? What do you need for the stock to stop going lower? What do we need? Do we need Kramer? You need the president? Do we need the owner of Apple to come out with a new product? What do we need? Okay. We need buyers. That's it. It's a simple, easy question. Now, the question to ask everybody, all of you, is, do you see buyers on the chart? Oh, yeah, we do. We see it in the past. But is that same buyer in the past in the future? I don't know. Could. One way to find out, you got to look at the book viewer, and we'll notice that we have over 5,000 orders out there. Not 500, 5,000. That equals up to almost 170,000 shares out there at 170. Okay. Now you could sit there, you could debate me all you want. Oh, 170 is part of the Greek calendar, and and that's the part of like when the moon hit the star. I believe I hear the craziest crap from people. Oh, that's a part of when the Bollinger Band crossed the 200 moving average, and it has nothing to do with that. You could keep telling yourself that all you want. Okay. You could be indoctrinated on all that stuff. You know what the real truth is? There's 170,000 shares order out there. There are 5,000 people around the world that make up that order. That's where you want to be. And guess what happened when it got down there? It hit 170 and it shot right back to 172. Okay. Which I kind of showed you. We posted that link up there. You want to see how that works? Go watch my Instagram video. Okay. And by the way, where's Apple today? Let me bring it up on the swing trade, because I know some of you said you lost money here on Apple, huh? Look at Apple right here. You zoom in. Where did Apple hover around? Here's 170, right? Is that, oh yeah, no. It was support levels there. Yeah, you know what? You know where I took pictures photo? When it was at 183 and it kept going down and went to 170 and 172 and then 173. And all of a sudden, now you get to this 170-ish number and you wonder, what the hell do I do? That's what you do. That's what you do. And you know what? There's that video really quick that you guys can watch it again. And by the way, if you guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment, share it. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm out there sharing that knowledge to you. I want you to go share somebody else. Put it on your Instagram, share it on your Facebook page, share it to your friends. Okay. Because everybody's getting really ticked off because they're sitting there and they're getting upset. They're looking at these trades and be like, why am I losing money? Or, Wall Street is screwing us, and people become very negative and upset and jealous. It's not time to be jealous. Just got to know how to play the game. That's it. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I love football. Okay. You know how ticked off I am? I can't play the NFL. I am so mad that I can't play the NFL. Come on. We know why I can't play the NFL. I know why. I'll get myself killed. Okay. But if I want to get involved, there's probably a way I could get involved in doing something else. You just got to know how to play the game. All right. Now, let's by the way, did I lose anybody yet? Just out of curiosity, did I lose anyone? Just want to do a quick great info. Thank you very much. Tell us more, someone's telling me. Still here? All right, good, good, good. I see everyone's still listening in, following in. This is great. Great. I'm glad I'm seeing everyone's replying back. Because if people don't talk back, then I'm just going to end the meeting. I kind of like guess nobody's listening to me. I'm talking to myself. But it's great. I'm glad you guys are here. All right, good. Let's talk about some resistance levels. All right. So coin had a really, really big run. Now, if you've been watching us on our X feed, you, by the way, you could see, let me just X out of this really quick. And let me show you something right here on my Instagram. So on our post, you could see that we post all our trades. You can see the times right here in the morning. We got watch lists here. You could see, look at all the watch lists. We post all our watch lists. You could get them on our YouTube, our TikTok. I don't know if we put it on TikTok. We put it on our Instagram. We put it on our X feed. Okay, and so you guys can get that too. So you could see all these trades, and you'll see that reason why I bring this up is because coin was one of our biggest runners as a swing trade and also as a day trade. I know a lot of people here don't trade, maybe don't trade Bitcoin or whatever, but you don't have to trade Bitcoin to make money. There's some stocks. Now there's ETFs that are out. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is this. How did this stock go up? Okay. And when will it stop? Well, if you look at coin, and I just want to bring something up here. You could see that coin started getting up close to a very, very big resistance level. See it right here? And you could see the stock really kind of drop. That 270 was a big resistance levels. You're talking about 92,000 shares. Okay. Now, look what happened over the course of the day when it got close to that 270. It went from 248 to 270. Okay. You want to see something also pretty cool? Look at this. On a swing trade, what happened every time it hit 270, everyone? From the 8th, and then it came back down to 220, and then all the way back up to about 2 days ago. What happened? How about this? How about this? Does anyone here use indicators? Anyone use indicators? What indicators you guys use? You guys use a stochastic? I want to throw a stochastic on there. What about anyone else? RSI? Okay. Bollinger Band. I know Mr. Bollinger. Anything else? The Mac Shankin. I got a Shankin here. Shankin in there? I think I had it here. Yeah, there's Shankin money flow. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. Does that help you answer that question? Do you rather look at this, or would you rather look at that? What would you rather look at? What makes more sense? The 92,000 share seller, or all this, whatever you want to call it, mess? By the way, it's getting me dizzy. Let me take all this crap off. I don't know. Some of you guys know how to read this stuff, and it's just like, it's just so much better if you just do it a lot cleaner and keep it simple. Picasso's, you're right. It does look a little bit like a Picasso, right? All right. So now everyone's asking me this question right here. I'm going to put a up right now. Now everyone's asking me, where do you get Book Viewer? Okay. So here's my email. I want everybody take down my email. And right now, email me and says, Fausto, send me Book Viewer. I'm not going to tell you where to go on the website, because I can tell you what's going to happen. You're going to download it. You're going to get lost. You're going to get confused. You're not going to have the right default set up, and you're going to make a mistake. Okay. So just don't even bother. Just email me. I'll send you a step-by-step instructions, where to get it, what you need to pay for, because if you don't pay for the right one, you'll be paying 10 times the price. Okay. It's another reason why. So just send me an email, take it down, and just send me and just let me know. Okay, got Laura, I just got your email. Man, you guys are fast email writers. Okay. Nigel, I got your registration. Thank you very much. JJ, good. Revo, good. Just email me now. Fausto P at CTU Corp. Said Fausto, send me Book Viewer. How to get it. All right. Now, how can I learn to see more of it? Well, listen. every one of you, I'm going to invite to come into my trading room. Okay. So you're all going to be able to see us use this stuff live. You always hear the people say, people who teach don't trade. Well, guess what? We practice what we preach. All right. I'm a 12-time champion. I beat every single school that I went up against in the industry. Okay. So, and there are people today that just refuse to do it because they're scared they're going to get, God forbid they lose. I'm actually going to be up in Canada September. Finally got myself to do a challenge up there. I've been trying to get a challenge and people don't want to do it, but I don't know. We'll find out what happens. But anyway, I know we posted up the link for our YouTube channel. There are over 3,000 videos. You can see it right here. 3,000 videos that we posted over the years, probably more than anyone has, in the industry. So go there. Another thing you'll notice, Cybertrain University, I always recommend everybody this. If you're ever going to learn from somebody, make sure you check their Google reviews. Some people might not even have it because it's so bad they take it down. Okay. Check their Better Business Bureau. All these little things that you people should check because, listen, unfortunately, in our industry, there's a lot of bad actors in there. Okay. And they're doing a good job to kind of weed them out. The FTC is doing that. But listen, do your homework, read the reviews, and also, that's how you're going to know if you're dealing with the right person or not. And also, everyone, please subscribe to our channel, our Facebook, our X, our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube, because there's just great content we're pumping every day that's going to teach you more and more and more. Another thing I want to point out, too, is that Cybertrain University is endorsed and is sponsored by more brokerage firms and exchanges than any school in the industry. Okay. There are people out there that do a 10 times better job and you'll see people have 1 million followers, 2 million followers. And people are like, why they got 2 million followers? So you only got, several thousand. Trust me, they're great marketers. Okay. That doesn't make you money. You know what makes you money? When you got brokerage firms that endorse them, because these people have a very strict compliance. They have a lot to lose. They would not want Cybertrain University teaching their students how to lose money. And the reason why is that not all of you qualify to trade. Anyone can go out there and buy a video, but to actually have someone to take the time to teach you why I'm here, that takes it to that different level because it is a lot of work to train you. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite every one of you to come into my trading room, no matter what time it is. We do live commentary from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10:30, and then we do afternoon commentary from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. So we do a lot of audio commentary over the course of the day. And, it's a lot of fun. You're going to meet a lot of traders in there. And the goal is not to judge us on our winners. Basically, you want to see how people pick their own control, their losers, and how they get out of it. That's the key part of it. We also have weekly gurus that come in all the time. If you're a futures, a Forex, whatever it is, options, we got some of the best traders that I'm good friends with. We got Tom Sosnoff coming up next week, the founder of Thinkorswim at Tasty Trade. He's a good friend of mine. All these great speakers are going to be coming on Cybertrain University. So just great to have them when you come there. Now, this is what I'm asking for everybody, okay? Remember I told you we're not looking for free stuff? Well, I'm not asking for a lot of money. I'm asking for a $9 fee. That's it. $9 to have 1 week access in my trading room, and you're going to get everything that we talked about. You're going to get live trading. You can get workshops. You're going to be you're going to get the gurus, everything. The $9, listen, I don't need your $9. The $9 just tells me you're a real person or not. I don't know who you are, where you came from, whatever it is, but that's basically, there's free classes, which I'm not in the business of doing because I'm not going to pick up the phone and talk to somebody for free. But if you say who you say you are, I'm definitely going to do it for $9. Now, this is what you're going to get for $9. My book retails for $47 on Amazon. It's also published by Wiley, okay? So, which is the largest publishing company in the world. They came to me because they wanted a day trading book, how to beat market makers in their own game. Guess what? For $9, I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay. So that alone is worth, the cost of admission right there. $9. You get the book for free also. It's a great read, fast read. It's a color book. It's going to have great examples. It's going to teach you a lot more what we're talking about. So if you like to read, that's what you're going to get. I am also going to give you money back guarantee. Listen, I'm looking for traders that can be part of my team. Okay. And if you're not qualified, that's okay. I'll give you $9 back. Okay. But to train somebody, I want to make sure, like I said, you are the right person for the job. This is everything you're going to get. You're going to get workshops. You're going to get traders library. You're going to get a week in the trading room. Okay. From 8 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. And you're going to get my book. And the biggest bonus of them all is that if you register right now, I will actually give you a personal coaching class. Now, that's right. I will actually talk to you on the phone. Okay. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I need to interview you to make sure that you're qualified to trade. And I know that some of you here have taken courses with people, spent thousands of dollars, and be like, wait a minute, my mentor never spoke to me because they don't have invested interest in you. I have an invested interest in you. Okay. But I need to make sure that you're qualified to do that. And I'd rather be honest with you, like a doctor would. A bad doctor would do surgery on you, right? Because he just wants to get paid from the insurance company, and let everybody else do the work. Me, that's not me. Me, I'm the type person like, listen, let's have that conversation, see if you're qualified. And it all for $9. That's it. Not 900, not 90, not 9,000. $9 1 week trial. And I'm going to teach you how to read level 3, how to read level 4, which I didn't talk about. I'm going to show you how to find these stocks. You're going to see how these things trade in pre-market, how they trade in aftermarket. You're going to see how to find them, everything for 1 whole week. Sounds like a great deal. You got nothing to lose because at the end of the week, if you want, you get your money back. Now, a good question came across and said, Fausto, what happens after the week? What are you going to bill us for? I do not, and I repeat, do not charge after a week. I am not going to, like some of these people, going to charge you a residual after the week's over. You don't want to be part of Cybertrade University? That's fine. I don't need you to be part of Cybertrade University. Okay. You're going to know if it's for you or not. But think about what you learned within the hour, what you can learn in 1 whole week. Okay. It's time to stop losing money. Forget about making money. Everybody's issue is they're losing. Now, I'm going to do a couple of shout outs. There's a bunch of you I see registering right now. A couple other questions people are asking me coming across. How much money do I need to trade? $9. That's it. You don't need any money other than $9. Okay. Forget what people tell me. Oh, do I need this much amount of money? That amount? You don't need that much money. You don't need anything. You need $9 right now. If you can't afford $9, that means you can't afford to trade. Another question comes up. What kind of broker could I use? Forget about opening up a brokerage account right now. If you already have one, that's great. You might have the right one, but forget about a brokerage account. All right. Some of you might have the wrong brokerage account. That's not important right now. You need to understand what is direct access. You need to understand why certain brokerage firms give you certain tools and some of them don't. You got to remember, these brokerage firms are trading against you. That's what they're doing. And listen, if you have your phone, you got that QR code, turn on your camera. You could do it off your phone, or you could do it, by clicking that link that we have posted. Mario says, I have registered. How do I access the classes? Okay, so Mario, when you register, did you make an appointment to talk to an education advisor? Because when you do that, they're going to do a walkthrough with you to kind of show you what you're seeing in the room. Okay, so if you booked it, you should be the earlier you book your appointment, the faster you can get into the room. You could do it early in the week, or you could do it after. That's what you have to kind of get that done. Any other questions, guys? I'm shocked. I'm absolutely, completely shocked. There are over 70 people, almost 100 people in this room. I would think more than half of you will register already. What are you waiting for? What more do I need to sell you to convince you that it's time to stop losing money and start learning how to make money? I mean, I'm not asking for a lot. You know what? This will be the best $9 you've ever spent in your life. I can guarantee it. I'm going to guarantee it. I'll give you money back at the end of the week. Right now, I was just able to kind of get your interest, to tell you a little bit about myself, kind of get you involved in some of those videos that I showed, that I post up there. But if you want to learn, like the person told me earlier, I got crushed on Apple, okay? Well, did you know there were buyers out there? Hello? That's all you need to do. A couple of quick little shout outs. Ovia, is that your name? You from was it from Germany? I'm sorry if I mangled your name. But I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Mike, uh Mike Greer, I got your registration for Chicago. Welcome aboard. Who else we got here? Listen, I only could do 20 people to do coaching with because it's a lot of work. It's like almost like a 20-minute conversation. So I only have so many hours to kind of talk to everybody. But if you're not one of the people that get in there, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You can still talk to one of my instructors. What happens if I can't watch during the day? I have a day job. Mark, listen, you can access it on your phone. Okay. You can watch our trading room on your phone. You can get the alerts on your phone. You could be able to watch the recording on your phone. Okay. If you can't be live in the trading room during the day, you could watch the classes when you get back at home. Okay. So you could apply this towards your day trading, to your swing trading, towards your investing. Yeah, you could. And Larry, thanks for sharing that. You could always adjust, around your schedule, to fit your schedule. So you can come here during lunchtime, whatever it is. So, like Larry said, one of our traders in here, our traders, that's the convenience. It's not like you come into New York and you got to get a hotel and you got to pay airfare. This is for everyone. You could all just log in, and fit within your schedule. A couple of people registering right now. Just want to read a couple more words. Dennis Mitchell from Lockport, New York. Okay, right, not too far from us. Well, Lockport, is that upstate? I think that is, right? I'm here on Long Island, so I'm literally like 30 minutes right outside the city. So who else we got here that registered? Julian from California, got your registration. Oh my God, got somebody from Hawaii. Eric H from Hawaii. Wow, you're up early, huh? Or late. I think that's late. What's the cost after the trial expires? Chris, can I ask you a question? I didn't see you register yet. Does it matter what it costs after? What you're worried about right now is the $9. Don't worry about after. Okay, worry about right now. Because if it costs, listen, if I could teach you how to make six figures, okay, and you're doing it, does it matter what it costs after? Okay, but you could teach me how to do it? Yeah, we have to start here first. Don't worry about that later. Let's worry about the $9. All right. Any other questions? Mark, you from Switzerland. Okay, there you go. Thanks for. What time's in Switzerland right now? Was it like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Any other questions regarding about it? How do we find these stocks? So what we'll do is when you guys register, every morning we'll go through the big percentage gainers and losers list. So you'll see exactly, we'll show you how we specifically pick the one that's going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. I know there's a lot of stocks out there that trade. You want to know how you scan it. Remember, our goal is to teach you how to think for yourself. Okay. We're not an alert service. We don't tell anybody what to buy and sell. We're going to teach you how to think for yourself. Chris says I had to reschedule, look at this week or no later than the following week. That's okay, Chris. Listen, I've been here for 30 years. I'll be here 1 week later, and so is my staff and everyone else. Just north. Oh, okay. There you are, Mark. You're from Lockport, is west of New York, north of Buffalo. Okay, you're up by Niagara Falls. Let me tell you something. When I go to Canada, because I do a lot of speakings in Toronto, because I love the Canadians. But what I do is instead of flying to Canada, I fly into Buffalo. I go to Niagara. Okay, I get some nice ice wine. Okay, to bring it back, and then I drive up to Toronto, which is great. Okay, love it up there. Beautiful. Best plane ride, right? Isn't it? People don't know about that. If anyone here, I want to sound like a travel agent, but one of the world's best wonders of the world, they call it, is Niagara Falls. And there's a lot to do up there. A couple other things up here, folks. You'll be there at 9 a.m. You'll be well spent. Thank you, Rich. Thanks for spending, Abdul. Abdul's been a great trader, CTU. He actually came down to New York from Chicago. Great guy, Abdul. Nice to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Best. Any other questions? Any other questions coming across? Guys, $9. Okay. Listen, You want to stop learning. You want to start learning how to make money. You got to stop learning how to stop losing it. When I showed you stuff like when you saw, Coinbase and you saw it right here and wondering how you could have ran it up. And by the way, Abdul, you were here. You remember how far back when we were trading Coinbase, when you were here on site that time, where it was, we were trading at 110. And then the stock, look at it, ran all the way to 270. And now, and wondering why did it hit 270, why it came back down. Abdul says, I remember. Of course you do. And listen, what you see right now, think of the small window that you've learned and how much more you can learn as the day goes on. That's what it's all about. But listen, I can't force you to do what you want to do. You know what? All I could do is I could tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. So, I know we'll go past the hour. I got to run because I'm going to go hit up an island the game right now on Long Island. People are waiting for me. Fausto, the game starts in an hour. Where are you? So I look forward to hopefully get you all registered. You still got the link up there. Click on it. Get your phone, scan it. I'll see you here bright Monday morning. When you register, very important, there's 5 questions I'm going to ask you. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you have level 3? Do you have a broker? You've been trained before. What is your style? And then there's the next section is going to give you when to book your appointment. Book your appointments early. Keep it fresh in your mind. Okay. Don't wait till Tuesday or Friday. Whatever. Book it as soon as you can. Get into the room. The market's been awfully volatile lately. It's been a lot of fun. Get into that. All right. Thank you very much, Margaret. Great to see you. Abdul, great to log in. And thanks for coming, Abdul. And all the traders that are here that came to show up this morning to support CTU. Thanks, guys, for being here. We always appreciate it. That's one of my deals I have with my traders. I say, listen, if I teach you how to be good, come there and support us and tell everyone how great we are because we're always looking to recruit new traders. And if you don't continue with CTU, maybe it's not the right time, whatever it is, just want to leave you off with this one thing. You got to learn before you can earn, okay? And please don't go out there and buy free stuff because that's all it's worth. We all know what happened to the mouse. The only thing is free is the cheese in a mouse trap. It didn't work out too well for him. So don't be that person. Let's go out there and learn so we could earn. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Last couple of people, I want to make a couple quick announcements. You must be Greece. What is this? Katakosos? Oh my God, my best friend is gonna kill me. My best friend is Greek. I'm going to Greece for their wedding, their niece's wedding up in Athens. But I got driving me nuts. You're gonna kill me on that one. But is it right here? Everyone can see his name. Is that your name right there? Tanakuso, so whatever it is. I'm sorry if I bangled it. But anyway, John Taylor got your registration from Florida. Who else we got here? We got Timothy from was it Charleston? That's my nephew went to school there. Charleston, loved it. Great college, beautiful. I love fishing. Beautiful neighborhood. I love traveling. Going down there. Beautiful restaurants. Tom C from Orlando, Florida. I got a story from every town you guys are from. Son loves Universal Studios. I love it. Love Orlando. Great town too. But all right, guys, I'm going to run. Thanks for registering. We'll see you here on Monday, all right? Make sure you watch those videos and make sure you book your appointment. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading, and we'll see you.